Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back at Beyond the Horizon, Pakistan's first smart thinking tank. On this forum, we talked about social media as a monopoly breaker and explaining social media is not evolution, it's about a happening. In the first part, we explained the definition of social media. In the second part, we were discussing about the misconceptions of social media. In part 3, we talked about retrospect, we went into the history, and we tried to find out how and what happened 25 years ago. Today we are into the part 4, and part 4 is about miracles of internet and social media. As you know, the world population is about 7.4 billion people, and worldwide internet users, they are 3.4 billion. Now you can well imagine, more than half of the world population is internet user. What does it mean? It means that more than half of the world population is at one platform, at one forum. They are talking to each other, they are listening to each other, they are exchanging views, they are sharing views, they are selling things to each other, they are marketing things to each other, they are buying things from each other. So imagine, this is the power of the social media, that today we have more than half of the population on one platform. And then we see the number of websites. There are 1 billion websites today. That means for every website, we have 3 internet users. So imagine the growth of websites. And talking about growth of websites, let me take you through the journey of websites. Websites versus internet users. Let's go back in August 1991 when we had our first www. This was the first website. And then over the years, you can see that how very slowly the number of websites were increasing, and so were the internet users. But the real growth, if you see in this table, that was after 2000, that this number of websites and the number of internet users, they started turning into millions. And then this growth was faster every year. We could see the growth every year, 20%, 30%. So this was the situation till 2016. Today, now we have 1 billion websites. Now let's take a look at the number of worldwide internet users by regions. If you see in this table, there are about nearly 1 billion internet users just in East Asia, followed by South Asia, which is about 500 million, and then the other regions you can see. The major growth of internet users in South Asia and East Asia is for the reason that the population in this region is the highest in the world. So it's not the percentage of the internet user, it's basically the number of internet user in South Asia and East Asia, which is keeping it at the top of the world in terms of internet users. Now, I would like to show you a very interesting display of live changing of, the internet users, the number of websites, the emails sent today, Google searches today. You can see this every millisecond, the number of views on YouTube and the Google active users and the Twitter active users and the number of tablets sold today. So see this meter which is ticking every moment. Now this is something very scary, that this is how the social media is growing. This is how the internet users are growing. This is how the digital world is growing. It is growing at the speed of, milliseconds. Every millisecond there is an increase in this population of internet users in different areas, different forums of social media. Now let's see the per second miracle of social media. 112,000 YouTube videos are seen in 1 second. 2.4 million 2,400,000 emails are sent in 1 second. And 50,000 Google searches are made in 1 second. More than 7,000 tweets are made in 1 second. More than 2,000 Skype calls are made. So this is the per second miracle of social media. The phenomena of fastest opinion sharing ever through social media, which we are experiencing today, this kind of communication is unique in the history of mankind. Every second we see fluctuating perceptions, misperceptions, propaganda, counter-propaganda, diverse public opinion around the globe. There is no forum, no television channel, no newspaper which has 3.4 billion following around the world, except internet. Public opinion is the greatest power behind any change in the world. Today, it has become even more powerful than ever. Whatever the changes in the world happens, the real force is the public opinion. And today, this public opinion is the strongest in the history of mankind, thanks to miracle of internet and social media. Thank you very much.